Approaching Friday morning here, coming up on midnight. I'm Alex Ferranti for JB Weather, bringing you the latest on some potential freezing rain in a wintry mix for our area. Now, I don't think we're going to see anything in the way of snow, especially like you see back here in this cover photo. But freezing rain could be an issue. We do have warm air from the southerly winds approaching, and the warm air with the cold air that we already have at the surface is going to cause some freezing rain. And I'll have a little more on that coming up in these next few graphics. All right, we have a live look here at First Alert Radar, and this area of precipitation we have pretty much in two parts now. This is the snow, and a couple of this snow is moving into western Maryland. If I could zoom in here, but you can see the snow moving into western Maryland, just northwest of DC, and actually most of that is Virga, which is just falling, and it's not reaching the ground. It's just having a lot of dry air, and it's not able to fall to the ground, so it definitely won't accumulate. But this is what we're watching. This area of rain down here looks very scattered and disorganized, and that's because it is very scattered and disorganized. But from what I've been hearing from some local weather friends out there, they do expect us to get a little more organized and approach to the northeast. And it's going to be, freezing drizzle, freezing rain. Really depends on the temperatures. Something that I've noticed, and it's always good to have, meteorology over modelology, so you're not really focusing on the models. But we are a little colder than forecasted, so maybe freezing rain could be an issue a little bit outside the freezing rain issued area, the advisory, which doesn't include us. So I do think we could still see some potential for some light icing. This is that area I was talking about, the freezing rain advisory. It was in effect at 3 a.m. for the immediate DC area. Now out here, this is still a freezing rain advisory, but it actually just went into effect about an hour ago at 11 and stays in effect 2 hours later until 11 a.m. tomorrow. Does not include Calvert or St. Mary's County or anything south of Dover for the Eastern Shore. I don't think they're going to see anything in the way of freezing rain. I do think the more inland part of Calvert County, away from the bay, and maybe even inland, the far northwestern areas, the same areas, you could be looking at the potential for maybe point zero 0.01, a hundredth to 5 hundredths of an inch of ice. Certainly not out of the question, and we'll just have to see here. Okay, this is storm impacts. John was talking about this earlier. Like I said, snow potential, none. No snow. National Weather Service even issued a map. 0% chance of any accumulating snow from the storm. Snow is not even a question. School closings. Closings is a little strong here. Not a medium chance of closings. The chance for delayed school openings, I think it's medium. There's actually a chance for that. We have schools in Virginia already. Stafford, King George opening 2 hours late. So it's possible. Power outages, a low chance, but it's still a possibility. And travel problems, it's a medium chance. And we're looking at, the whole issue with this freezing rain is the timing. It's going to be rush hour, and that's it's never a good time, especially for school and work travels. Anywhere from that 5 to 8 a.m. travel zone. Okay, temperatures. This is what I was talking about. Patuxent River, 31, only already below forecasted for this hour. We're supposed to get below 34 at this point, but at 31, I know in northern Calvert County, I'm at 29 at the moment. La Plata, you're at 33. DC, the warm spot right now at 34. All areas from Fredericksburg up to Frederick and north and west, you're below freezing. So, this is where we thought the biggest area for potential ice accumulation was going to be, and it is. Salisbury, you're at 40. Not worried about freezing rain for you. But down in this area, I know northwestern, northern, anything from central Calvert County up into Annapolis up through Baltimore, you're below freezing, if not a couple degrees below it. Low temperature tonight, anywhere from 27 to 32. So, right there is just one of the parts of the ingredients you need for freezing rain. Okay, this is the map. What to expect Friday morning. Timing, anything pretty much after 3 a.m. I think the freezing rain advisory will be canceled before 9 a.m., probably like 8-ish. But this is me and John put this together. So, rain, anything south of probably Leonardtown, you're looking at rain. Over to Salisbury, rain. A light icing between Charlottesville, Fredericksburg, Waldorf, La Plata, Huntingtown, Prince Frederick, Leonardtown, all the way over to Easton, and then up towards Dover. Light icing, boom potential, 5 hundredths of an inch of ice, bust potential, all rain. Either one is possible. But I think if you want to take an average of that, hundredth of an inch of ice and then rain, most likely. Up into Anne Arundel County to the DC area, over to Warrenton, Luray, Baltimore, this area, Edgewater, up to a tenth of an inch of ice, certainly possible. I think 5 hundredths of an inch to a tenth of an inch, really depending on those temperatures. And this is going to be the target zone right here. Winchester, Hagerstown, Frederick. Probably pull this a little bit east, actually. I think at least a tenth of an inch of ice, maybe more. They did see earlier last weekend, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure this was Sunday, Frederick area, they had that ice storm warning for over a quarter of an inch of ice. So it really develops pretty quickly. Okay, this is the final look at the almanac today. The high was 38. Normal, we're still below normal, but today we got above freezing. It was the first time we got above freezing in over 60 hours. No rain today. The low was 21. Keep it tuned to JB Weather for the latest on closings and delays. Check our page out. I actually released my outlook for school closings and delays for the storm if you want to check that out. Follow us on Twitter at JB underscore weather and on Facebook at JB Weather. I'm Alex Ferretti, and have a great night, Southern Maryland.